Alright, so this is going to be a compilation video of the Transformers 1 Galaxy version blokees model kits that I made over the last 9 days, which was going over all the figures, reviewing one each day, and I just want to thank everybody for the support that these videos got and the views. Thank you. I'm recording this halfway through, so I don't actually know how, the next 5, I think it is, are going to do, but I just want to say thank you for how the few I've seen already be doing, and thank you for however much the next ones are going to do. And yeah, there's one little bonus detail in this sort of compilation, which is not that serious. It's just me showing 4 of the character chips that I found. And yeah, if you've already seen the other videos, you don't have to stay and watch this. This isn't anything new other than that, and if you care about those, I'll just throw those up in the beginning of the video, and that's those. And now let's begin the compilation. So this is a new series I'm starting where for 9 days I'm going to review one of these Transformer 1 blokees model kits. I got these on a vacation, and I have the whole set, and I'm gonna review them in a short for the next 9 days. So let's get them off the stand and get a closer look at them. You can see they're very, for focus, cartoonish, giant legs, big hands, small bodies. But they work in the sense of these kind of limbs allow for some really cool posing you can get with these things. So for accessories, all the cogless bots come with this gun, which is very similar to Skull Cruncher's gun, if anyone knows what I'm talking about or has seen that. And they each come with swappable hands that just kind of pop off. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's really easy. You just take right there that and just, if I can get it on camera, just plug it in. And then same thing for these hands. So now he's got fists, gun, going either hand. If I could get it on camera. I cannot probably, oh, there. So that's that. And they come with these stands that just say blokees, and they also come with a little character chip, but I kind of lost most of those. But yeah, these things are great, and like I was saying, all of these for $4 each. I highly recommend these. This is day 2 of 9, where I review the Transformers 1 blokees Galaxy version model kits. Today we have Bumblebee, or B, if you just want to go by that, B-127, Badassatron, if you want to go with that, but this is Bumblebee. I'm just going to say Bumblebee or B for the purposes of this, because it's the easiest to remember. And yeah, let's get him off the stand and kind of look at him, if it'll focus. You see, pretty good face. He's actually got, I'd say, more detail than the Orion I reviewed yesterday did, and similar amount of articulation, and he's got the hand accessories, and yeah, let's get him in some poses real quick. Alright, and so now that we're done with posing, accessory-wise, he's got the gun that all the cogless bots have. You can see Ryan has it over there. B has it. Just get in there. He's got the swappable hands, which, if you either forgot or just didn't watch the last short, just pop them off on a ball joint, take the next one, and This is really hard to do on camera, but just push it in until you get it. These are definitely the hardest parts of these to do with one hand on camera. And I barely got it yesterday. Just hang on. And there's the hand on. And they also come with these stands. They say blokees. They come with these little, like, round character chip things that just have, like, the artwork you find on the box of them. But I lost them. I was on vacation when I, like, got these, and I opened some of them in a car, and I just kind of lost some of them. But yeah. So that is B127. He's pretty good. They're all good. I'll say this. Like, for $4, you should buy, if you see these at Walmart, buy one. Only problem is the blind boxes, so trying to buy, like, trying to get all of them is a problem. Might take a bit. I just saw the case and bought all of them, so that's how I'm able to review all of them. But yeah, that was the blokees Transformers 1 Bumblebee. This is day 3 of reviewing the Transformers 1 blokees Galaxy version model kits. I'm doing 9 of these, 1 for each of these figures, and today is Cogless Ironhide. So let's get him off the blokees stand and get a better look at him. Face-wise, you can see it does look like a young Ironhide. All of these do look like that, but Ironhide more, and I think that's because of the sense of, if you've watched, like, if you've seen any version of Ironhide, you know, usually he's depicted as an older character, so, like, I think the face just makes him feel kind of younger, and you can see, yeah, he looks great. This is probably my favorite of the Cogless bots that they did for this, and yeah, let's get into some poses. Now, with that last photo, if you did want to recreate that, you'd have to get 2 of these figures, just because each one only comes with 1 gun, but they're $4, so it's not that bad. Let's get into the accessories. So, got the gun. It can just go out of their hand and go back in. They're not the best secure things. They're kind of loose, but just for display, they work, and just messing around with them. And they come with swappable hands. I've put these in. I've, like, put one of these in on the other videos, and it's a pain. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to go watch one of the other ones. But you just pop the arm off, or the hand, and it, like, is on a ball joint. It just connects to the socket. And then blokees stand, and like I've said before, they do come with, like, these character chip things, but I lost most of them on vacation, and I have a few of them. You'll see one in the next video, and a few of them will have them, but not all of them. So yeah, that is the Ironhide. This is day 4 of reviewing the blokees Galaxy version Transformers 1 model kits. Today we have Cogless Wheeljack, and I finally found one of these. This is what they all look like. It's just a little PNG of the figure. Comes with the QR code. I actually don't know what it does. It says find us on Facebook, so it probably just does something with Facebook. I did find the Orion one. I'll throw a picture of that up on screen, but I can't find the Bumblebee one. But let's look at the figure. Figure looks like Wheeljack, and this is probably my second favorite of the Cogless bots. And I'm recording this in one take because it's late and I was busy today, so I won't get as much time to edit this. But accessory wise, comes with the gun, other hands, stand, that. Get in some pretty cool poses. The poses on these are kind of getting a little redundant though for these videos, because they're all the same. They all pose almost identical. And there'll be some later down the line that get a little better, but these cogless ones especially are all just kind of the same, so not really much we can do here. But yeah, that is Wheeljack. This is day 5 of the Transformers 1 Blokees Galaxy version model kit reviews. I'm doing 9 of these, 1 for each figure, and today we have Hound. So, yeah, with these cogless ones, if you've noticed or watched the other ones, a lot of these are similar, and they're going to be similar until after today. Then after this, the rest of them will be, like, unique, because these are kind of just the same figures with different parts. And so, really, I mean, you only get a certain amount of posing out of all of them, and so these cogless ones especially are, like, very similar with just a few small differences. So, yeah, this one might be shorter than the other ones, but yeah, for accessories, he comes with the gun, swappable hands. I'm done doing this on camera. I've done it like 3 or 4 times. And they each come with these little character chip things. They have a QR code for something on Facebook. I lost most of these. I only have a few of them. I'm just going to use this one as an example, and the rest of these just says find us on Facebook and the character's name. And let's do some poses with them real quick. And as you can see, they are very poseable, which, if you haven't learned that from the other ones, you'll learn it with Hound. Or if you just don't have any of the other ones. Although one thing I will say, this could just be an issue on mine, but with Hound, like, his shoulders, like, kind of blocked some articulation that the others had, so, like, this arm specifically kind of falls off a lot on mine. And, yeah. They're really fun, but there's not too much more I can say, because, especially with these first 5, they're all basically the same thing, but a different character, so, like, I just kind of have to repeat myself what I said in the last few ones, is that they're fun for $4, and if you find them, you should pick them up. But after this episode, they do start getting a little more unique, in that being the accessories, how they look, the character, everything else. So yeah, that was day 5, Hound. Okay, and today for day 6, we have undoubtedly my favorite of these. If you notice, during the other ones, I sounded a bit almost bored in the end, because they were all almost the same. This is where they get interesting, because we have Sentinel Prime. The quote-unquote, spoiler alert warning by the way, villain of Transformers 1, and yeah, this guy looks great, just like standing there, he looks great. Accessories, we're gonna be here a minute. He's got the 2 swords, yes, this is 2, 1 plugs into the top of the hand, 1 plugs into the bottom, and it's not gonna go on camera. The wings can pop off, and not back on, apparently. No, they can, they're just not on camera. Let's just get a quick look at his face. You can see he looks great. This is definitely, like I said, my favorite one of these. Let's get him into some poses. I forgot to mention earlier during the, like, accessories part, they all come with a character chip. This is not his. I lost most of them. I'm just using this one as an example. It just is a PNG of the figure, says their name on the back, and a QR code to find something on Facebook that I don't know what it is, because I have never looked and I don't really care to look. But yeah, back to Sentinel. Looks amazing, like I said earlier, and this is one of the more fun ones to build, because he has more pieces, and also, yes, if you saw it during the photos, come back for day 8, because this guy will make a cameo. If you know, you know. And, yeah, like I said, this one is genuinely the best And probably the second best will be day 9. So if you want to see that, come back that day. And yeah, he is awesome looking. And that is Sentinel Prime. This is day 7 of the Transformers 1 Blokees Galaxy version model kit reviews. Today we have the Death Tracker, as his name is, but what I think of when I look at this guy, and we'll be calling him for the rest of this video, Viacon. Now, looks-wise, he's cool. He looks pretty awesome. I'd probably say this is in my top 5, top 3, something like that. But I do want to bring up an issue, which is the guns, they stay there when they're doing this, but if you pick them up by the gun, it's just that. They don't stay in the best, but I mean, yeah, they're fine, I guess, for display. But yeah, accessory-wise, it comes with the hands, like all of them. These, which can actually unplug from the arms and be used as guns. He doesn't hold them very well, but there's an option. And then these, which I actually did find where I put most of them. So, I have this one. It just says Death Tracker. It's just like the other ones. Find us on Facebook. And yeah, let's get into some posing. And that is the Death Tracker / Viacon. Like I said, this one is one of the better ones, and I mean, they're all great for $4, but this is one of those ones that I would say is up there. And also, I forgot to mention this, but these can flare out if you want it like that. I just prefer them like this, though. And yeah, that was this one, and we've reached the home stretch. There's only 2 more left to do, and well, oh no. This is day 8 of the Transformers 1 Blokees Galaxy version model kits. Today we have D16, aka Megatron. And real quick, I want to say something weird is that he has the Megatronus Prime sticker on his shoulder, yet it's also burned on his chest, and I don't feel like explaining it. But if you've seen the movie, you know why that's a plot hole, but I don't really care. Anyway, so let's just look at him for a bit. He looks great. You know, I mean, it's Megatron. He sits there, he looks cool. He has the thing, the stand, the extra hands, and now let's get into the fun part of this figure, which is posing. And this one's a little out of order, but going into the accessories, we got the fusion cannon, which looks sick. The other little gun he has in the movie, the swappable hands, which I'm not doing again on camera. I've done it like 3 times, and watch the other ones, or the compilation when that comes out. And then this, just little thing. Find us on Facebook. I will be showing the ones that I found of these in the compilation, because I hadn't found them all when I recorded some of these. And fusion cannon just plugs in right there. It's not going to be easy to do on camera, but it's going to be easier than the fists. And then the other gun is just the same thing, but it's smaller, so it's harder. Yeah, I might not be able to get that one. But yeah, these things are great. You should definitely buy them. They're only $4 a piece, so they're great. And this is day 9. We've come full circle with this series. As you can see, we have Orion Pax, except he is no longer Orion Pax. He is now Optimus Prime. And this is probably my second favorite of the Blokees figures. Like I said, Sentinel is my favorite, but he's probably my second favorite. So let's get him out of this pose and look at him. Yeah, he looks amazing. This one is probably the second most, like, fun to just mess around with and pose. He looks sick. And speaking of poses, let's get him into some of those. Alright, and that was some posing. For accessories, he has this axe, which just plugs into his hand like any other accessory. He has the, like, character chip thing, which I lost, but and the gun which I just dropped, but luckily he has it, the death tracker from day 7, I believe, has it, and that is it. They look cool, but they don't really hold very well. But my friend actually found a trick where if, for whatever reason, you put it in the bottom of the gun, it holds tighter. I don't know why you would display it like that, but there's that. Do with that information what you will. And yeah, thank you guys for all the support on this series. And before I go, I will say, these are amazing. You should buy them. You should buy every single one of them. They're all great. There's not a single bad one. And if you did miss any videos, I will be doing a compilation tomorrow of all of them. And that is my review of the Transformers 1 Galaxy version blokees model kits. Thank you for watching.